Join the Shifted Interest family. We're the most lit family on YouTube. That is a fact. Subscribe, be a maverick. So this episode, we're gonna put my ZF6 in the Duramax. It's an electronic shift transfer case, and it bolts right up. Since we're putting all this work into the Duramax, I decided we're gonna spend the extra little bit of money and buy South Bend. So let's start unboxing it. First box is some foam and a slave cylinder that feels pretty heavy. Now we're gonna go on to the next box, which is where the goods are. There we go. So we got some more packing. That's heavy.
Is it heavy or stuff?
No, it's heavy.
It's stuck in front of me. It's like a big piece of machinery.
There we go. It's blue. This is a new fly wheel. We have to pull the old fly wheel off the truck, and then we can bolt this fly wheel on. Cool whip.
Cool whip? Cool whip, yeah.
So we gotta do a tool run to go get some tools and some tool organizers.
That is true.
Sorry, sir, no filming in the store.
Sheared the adapter.
Don't use Mastercraft adapters ever. Even if it's the only one you have. Find something like Snap-on or Mac or Matco.
Alright, so we're using a Matco adapter now. Wow.
I don't think it's gonna work. Wow. My face is red, I can feel it.
That's really tight.
I think we need an impact. We don't have the right tools, and we don't have enough body weight to push the thing. I'll get tools for Monday. For now, we're gonna start ripping the interior out.
It's bigger than the transmission.
So now we get to cut out this section of the floor that's already pre-scored from GM. Hey! What's that? Federal terrorist hunting permit. No bag limit. Tagging not required. From 2001 to 2050. So this is a stock clutch pedal from a Duramax, and this is a brand new OEM master cylinder. It just goes in here and it retains itself by, when you get it in there, you just turn it 45 degrees and she'll click in. So now we just gotta get this in the truck. So we need to drill a hole, a 2.5 inch hole with a new hole saw I bought to put the clutch pedal through the floor. We're gonna have to move all the autometer wires, so take it all back apart. Right in between the 3 holes that you are able to see in this picture right here, there's a little nipple, and that's where it's a pilot hole for this 2.5 inch drill bit is what allows the slave cylinder to go through the wall. We had to reroute all of our aftermarket wiring, our gauges, our tuner, everything, because it all went through those 3 holes that weren't actually supposed to be there. So now we're just gonna drill it out and find a new grommet for those. Weight reduction. So we attempted my little Ingersoll Rand gun and it didn't work. Then we went to our local Mac Tools dealer and we made an arrangement to buy a toolbox. Chris did. So on that note, we are now demoing a brand new Mac Tools quarter drive air impact, and we're gonna find out if it'll take this flex plate off. Sponsored by Mac Tools, because we got some free hats. Not really, but please sponsor. So this is a brand new gun. It weighs less than 5 pounds. 1260 at 90 PSI. Feels like a good impact. Jaco Gruneweg pulled it off his shelf when we were there. Let's give her a shot. We're open to any sponsors from Mac Tools or Snap-on Tools or Matco. We're dreamers.
Who put those bolts on? Probably Hulk Hogan.
What would happen if we heated them up? So we got the oxygen and acetylene torches over here, and we're gonna try this. Heat them up and use our new demo impact to try to get them off.
Is it gonna work? It better. If not, we just melt them out.
Whoa!
Well, that's what we gotta do, apparently.
I had faith in this thing, man. When in doubt, melt it out. So this is our third adapter. So before taking on this job, make sure you have, or you buy at least 3. That's not very heavy. There's my cronk, if you're cronky. Now we can start installing this shiny new flywheel. Okay. So now we're gonna torque down our new flywheel. So we put a whole bunch of blue thread locker on it, and then you tighten it in a star pattern till it seats itself on the crank. And then you go around and you do precisely 3 1/4 ugga-duggas in a star pattern on each bolt, and then you go around again and just do an extra ugga to make sure that it's good. And make sure you use a brand new Mac Tools impact. Please sponsor. So I put the first plate on and the middle pressure piece. Then I had Mike hand me the last plate and the pressure plate, and I put those up together and started these bolts. Then I wanted to line up the clutch aligning tool just to make sure that we're all lined up. So all you do with that is it's splined how your clutch plates will be, like your input shaft would be, and you put it into the pilot bearing and you wiggle it around and you turn it slowly till both plates line up on this spline perfectly, so that when you go to put your transmission in, it slides right in. And the next trick is to have it in here while you tighten up your pressure plate, so that way it's square and your plates sit in the right spot while you put your tranny in, and they're not kind of down sloping to the bottom. Now that's what I need to do. So I put the transmission in 3rd gear. Apparently, according to a guy online, you need to take this top thing off. So we're gonna take his word for it and take it off. Whoa.
So we spent like 3 days moving the spill dry all over the place to clean up the transmission fluid, and now Josh just drained it all again.
Let me just straighten out this tranny. Now it's straight.
Camera's dead, so we'll be back when the transmission's in.
So we got it all bolted in. It bolted right up to the motor. No modifications. The cross member also, no modifications, just bolted right in. And we just had to use some ratchet straps and a floor jack, and it's actually very easy.
With my brand new X-Same racer, I'm gonna drive in the snow. Not a good idea.
I went to my GM dealer and asked them for the best fluid for this transmission. They told me that this stuff, it says Fluidmatic on it for automatic transmission, but it actually has a GM part number on there that the transmission specifies that we use. So therefore, we're going to dump it in and not question it, because according to the GM dealer, it's the best. And it's a full synthetic. And we're gonna put 6 liters in there, apparently is what it takes. And since we have the top off for installation, we're just gonna dump it in there. It actually looks pretty close to what came out. Only this many more bottles to go. And I missed that. And now we have a standard Duramax. I was not making very good Duramax sounds. So Johnny brought up a good point that the brake pedal needs to be chopped, so we're gonna make it the same size as the clutch pedal pad is and buy a new clutch pedal pad to put on the clutch pedal.
I didn't believe people when they said the pedal was the hardest part, but it is. Now, I can't see because you have that light in my face.
Move some more shields so we can move some wires around.
That's very close.
So Chris forced it in, and we pulled from here.
Perfect fit. It is. And these holes line up perfectly, so I have to go find bolts now that are like 1 inch long. All we gotta do is bleed the clutch, and then we gotta, I guess, test drive it, see if it works. Probably shouldn't move like that. So we're gonna see if it will start up first of all, because we had everything disconnected and who knows what all, and hopefully we can drive it off of these ramps.
That doesn't sound good.
Something sounds terrible.
Something sounds really bad.
Oh, something smells bad.
Was that something to do with the clutch, or was that your motor?
It's up front here. It's up with the fan.
Oh, your rad fan's hitting something?
Yep.
It's something plastic.
Yep, that's what she is. Hear that? That's why you hear that nrrr, like
Yeah.
the off and on. And you can hear something's rubbing.
I'm glad it's not the clutch.
So that horrible sound was actually just the fan shroud, I hope. Haven't fired it up yet, but you can see that it was rubbing really bad here, and the fins of the fan actually have little rub marks on them. So I'm gonna wash up so I don't get my truck all dirty, and we'll give her another shot.
by the looks of it, it worked. He put it in first, rolled forward, put it in reverse, rolled back. So we're just gonna clean up now, hopefully get the truck off tomorrow during the day, and then get some test drive footage.
Hey Bear, I get to drive my truck, buddy. You coming? Come on, Bear, we're gonna go drive my truck.
We're gonna drive the truck.